Have I got anything that gives me... Regenerate AP. Extra damage. We're just going to get drugged up. Damage resistance. Extra AP. Hey, buddy.
Let's dance.
No, give me the vat. Give me vats. Still don't have enough to... Look at that coward. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You like that?
This is just crap. Right, where did you come from? Where did he go? Where did he run off to? Raul's nearly dead, but I can't do much about it. Right, him. Can I put 2 in? No, I don't have enough AP. Are we banking on these guys having power armor? No, they don't have power armor. Right, that's the problem. That is the problem. I get thrown out of the way, stuck on scenery, punch him in the face. Take that, you prick. I haven't got any weapons that do enough damage that you can fire quickly. That's not even the right gun. No, it's the right gun. It's not even the right bullets. That's the AP. That should be a kill. So should that. You pressed a rifle against his goddamn face. Oh, that is absolutely not the gun I wanted. Jesus, this shooting mechanic, everything about this is shit. This is actually ruining the game for me at this point. Well, he forced his way through the door. Did he just heal? Do I have anything? AP, right, we're on AP rounds now. Where did Jackass go? There's 2 guys phased in the wall. Oh, rolls up. Nice. Right. Deal with General Oliver. So, what are we doing with General Oliver? We're getting blown up. That's what's happening. This is not good.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for.
Have you seen an entire army of upgraded Securitrons, General?
And, well, these boys with you? Hello there.
Where were they in the
Smiley.
fight? Oh, hell.
Guess it ain't no secret how you, I say, can you ask them to put their weapons down? Was just reaching in my coat to give you a cigar.
Alright, we have options. General Oliver, Hoover Dam is ours. Leave at once. I suggest you leave before my boys open fire on your men. The dam is won for me. You and Legion have both lost this day. Our Securitrons just erased them. Dam is ours. Leave at once.
I would sooner spit on the grave of my dead mother than let some courier walk the wasteland fuck talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? Looking to cash your chips to the sound of NCR bullets, huh? I can oblige.
Okay. I offered him peace. I told him to leave. I don't want any more violence. There's been enough already. We've had to reload this twice.
Look, I know you're riding high right now, but let me tell you, you ain't pissing on me right now. You're pissing on the bear. You've been far enough west, I'm guessing, to know how far that claw stretches. Fuck with the bear and...
I was hoping we could be pleasant about this.
You want me to make tracks out of here? Head back west? Tail between our legs? No. I came for a fight today. And if you're looking to make me budge, you better have a damn good left hook or I'm not going anywhere.
Why is that red? We should have that. We should have speech. Oh, you know what? I'm sick of this. Securitrons erase the NCR from the area.
Figured as much. Come on, you sons of bitches, we're ready.
Time to go ham with the shotgun again. Well, he's dealt with.
You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. I didn't want to make a big deal about this until after we won, but, well, I found some code snippets in one of Mr. House's databanks that will let me, reprogram my personality to be a little more assertive, basically. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to take me a while, so it'll seem like I'm offline. But don't worry. everything will be okay. I've updated the Securitron's targeting parameters so they know what to do. Vegas will be protected.
This is where
So
we
that's where
die.
I'll be, off making a few changes. And I guess I'll see you around. We accomplished a lot together. It was fun. Take care.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave wasteland was forever changed. The courier, with the aid of Yes Man, drove both the Legion and the NCR from Hoover Dam, securing New Vegas's independence from both factions. With Mr. House out of the picture, part of the Securitron army was diverted to the Strip to keep order. Any chaos on the streets was ended. Quickly. Chaos became uncertainty, then acceptance with minimal loss of life. New Vegas assumed its position as an independent power in the Mojave.
Well, that's interesting.
Supporting the ideals of independence, the courier was recognized as the man responsible for a truly free New Vegas. He ensured Mr. House's tyranny was broken, and neither Caesar's Legion nor NCR would ever gain control over New Vegas.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite
That's
popular
cool.
with children.
Still grappling with self-doubt over his usefulness in the face of old age, Raoul was never able to find peace with himself. Eventually, he left the Mojave and assumed a new name, as he had done so many times before.
Though the wasteland became anarchic after Hoover Dam, the Boomers' display of power dissuaded fortune seekers from attempting to penetrate Nellis.
Their leaders destroyed by the courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and Driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
Good.
After the courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before. Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
With New Vegas'
That's not good.
independence formally declared, Good Springs thrived. More travelers stopped by Good Springs on their way to and from the Strip, and the locals grew prosperous from the traffic.
Rose
That's positive.
Sharon Cassidy died, as her caravan died. In an unmarked grave, another victim of the Mojave.
She was shot by
After
a
their
plasma gun.
suicidal last stand at Hoover Dam, the Great Khan ceased to exist as a tribe. The few surviving members dispersed, joining up with other tribes and gangs across the Mojave, and quickly forgot their heritage.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded.
Good.
Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused.
Sounds about right.
Eventually, she parted ways with the courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
The Kings retained their control of Freeside, and while they continued to favor the needs of locals, they tolerated the citizens of the defeated NCR.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 powder gang tormented the Mojave wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
After Hoover Dam, Sheriff Myers runs Prim with his own style of frontier justice. He deals with most folks fairly, but now and then someone winds up dead with little to no evidence against them.
And so the Courier's Road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
Mixed bag ending. Could have been better, could have been worse. I would have made the same choices. The NCR were pissing me off, they had to go. That's the only one that I'd probably do differently. There's an argument to be made to play it through with the NCR and see what happens. Yeah, the biggest problem with this game, it's just too long. It's just too long. There's so much to do. I know that we've missed stuff. Wanted to know about the Brotherhood of Steel? Oh, they just disappeared. I'm sure they just vanished. I'm pretty sure that we missed a chunk of stuff. There's quests that we can't do because we sided with the NCR early and not Legion. Although I didn't like those guys anyway. We started the playthrough as a gung-ho, revenge-seeking courier. We got revenge. We kind of progressed through the story and evolved as a character and then regressed to kill everything. Yeah, I don't know if I'm happy or not with it, but the problem is the combat is just not good enough when you throw in all kinds of mechanics, like different types of ammo, like upgrades for weapons that don't seem to be any good. It bloats the game. There's loads of quests that just felt like bloat, like the camera one, going around taking pictures for some fucking moron. And there's a lot to it, and I think if I hadn't been streaming this, I would have probably paid a little bit more attention instead of going for the, oh well, that seems fun. But yeah, I'm sort of happy with the ending. We've survived. I don't know if we've taken over New Vegas. I don't know if we're the king, but we're certainly pretty close to it. I think Todd would be happy with that. And sod everyone else, right? Yeah, but it's just the combat The combat has always frustrated me when it throws loads of enemies at you that you just can't get through, and they're just in your face punching you, and you're like, well, what do I do now? It really frustrates me. Really frustrates me. And it's not that it's bad design, it's just lazy design. Thankfully, games have evolved in the last 13 years. And you have some really, really interesting game mechanics that have come out of certainly the last generation that have sort of eased that. I mean, I don't think Fallout will ever change. I don't think the gunplay will be great. I don't think the gunplay of Starfield is going to be great. I don't think the combat is going to be great. It looks good. Don't get me wrong, it looks good. And I think it'll be more. But you don't play these games for the combat. So when it throws you into combat, mines would have helped. Yeah, but I'd have stepped on them and blown myself up. I do not play well with explosives. I'll use a grenade launcher and I'll kill myself. I'll throw a grenade and I'll be in the blast radius. I don't. With Fallout, I like to be at the back, I like to be popping shots. And that weird little bug, glitch, whatever it was, where we had to reload the save and do that whole fight again, that's really annoying. If that hadn't happened, it would have been just easier to get done. And I probably wouldn't have murdered the NCR. But I'm a product of the game. Right, what I'm going to do Sunday. Guess it's Baldur's Gate 3. And I think this is the other problem. We were playing this and it was great, and what else were we streaming? We were just streaming this, weren't we? There was a little bit of Wandering Village, but we were we were playing through this, and it was meant to be a between game to get us to Baldur's Gate 3, to then be done by Baldur's Gate 3, so we could just dive into that. And we've had a week of splitting between the two, and granted we were close with this. But I've been playing something that is just, like, you can't compare them. Very different games, very different development time frames, very different times that they've been developed in, and I think there's just more passion with Baldur's Gate than there is with Obsidian trying to push this out. I'm not saying there wasn't passion in this, because there were some really cool things and they clearly thought about what they wanted to do. But Baldur's Gate 3 has taken over, and it's just taken my enthusiasm for this away. That's on me. Like, I can't stand here and say, oh, I've loved this because if it finished a week before, if we'd have finished this last Sunday, in fact, no, if we'd have finished it the Sunday before, it'd have been great. We'd have probably had fun. But towards the end, I was trying to get through this because it felt like a slog. And yeah, I feel like we have rushed it. Doesn't mean I won't play it again. Is it better than Fallout 3? For me, at this point, no, because I've spent so much time with Fallout 3. I've spent 10 years with Fallout 3. This is the first time I played this, so I'm obviously tainted. But it's a very strong exploration game. There's so much in the world. I could probably load it up before the final fight and go and find hours of stuff still to do. The voice cast is excellent as always. The sound design, graphically, it's Fallout. Alright, we're 13 years on. It doesn't look bad for its age. And it would have probably looked pretty good when it came out. It's a fun experience. But I just love Fallout 3. I love it. I've always loved it. It's 3 is this, but slimmed down. The writing is nowhere near as good, but it's just a big area that you can just go off and explore on your own and just enjoy. The characters aren't that good. There's no role. But I just had fun with it. I spent years playing it. And then I've never played this. So it was just my slant. I've replayed Fallout 3 and I've never had the chance. I've never played this despite having the chance. There is a question about what we're going to do with DLC for this. I have no idea. I'll need to buy them. I don't know if I want to buy them with everything that's coming up. But if we get a bit of a lull, if things don't hit as much as I'm hoping them to, maybe we'll come back to it. But honestly, tonight's stream, it's been quiet. It's been very quiet. It's... People want to watch Baldur's Gate 3. When it's out, people want to watch Starfield. They want the new things. Now there's new things. They want to watch it or they want to play it. So I guess this was to be expected, as expected. But yeah, we'll be back on Friday with Baldur's Gate 3. Double stream Baldur's Gate 3. And then Sunday I'll just switch out Fallout for Baldur's Gate 3. And I can't say I'm not going to destroy the world in Baldur's Gate 3. But I may end the world like we ended the NCR. No, I've enjoyed streaming this. I think I've enjoyed streaming this more than I've enjoyed playing this. Which is an interesting experience for me, because this is really one of the first games that we've fully streamed all the way through. We've not done a huge amount of streaming in such a dedicated way on the channel. And there's been people in. Catherine, you've been here for most of them, I think. So thank you very much. And I know we've had a couple of people dropping in. I know there's people who don't comment who do watch this. Thank you for the support. It's huge. It really is huge. Chris Christopherson. That I knew the voice. It's Arcade Zachary Levy. It's a hell of a cast. William Sadler. It was Michael Dawn, yeah. Machete Trejo. Good old Raul. Felicia Day. Michael Hogan, obviously love Michael Hogan. Rewatching Battlestar Galactica at the minute, he's just incredible. Ian Gregory, I know that name. James Horan, I know as well. And Dave B. Mitchell. A lot of these are probably Fred Tatasciore. A lot of these are probably voice actors who I've seen and heard in other things. Like there's names of these characters. Will Wheaton. Names of these characters that I couldn't even tell you who they were. I remember the NCRP, but then we probably didn't meet a lot of people, did we? Because we went a certain route. Then we just shot people. Robin Atkin Downs has done so much stuff. So much stuff. He's prolific. He's probably one of the most prolific undersung voice actors out there. Deborah Wilson. Now, is that Deborah Wilson as in Jedi Survivor games? And loads of other stuff? Do we think? Could well be, because she's again another prolific voice actress that I've only really just found. Laura Bailey, Liam O'Brien, Steve Blum, Yuri Lowenthal. Wow. Now we're getting into the DLC stuff. Yeah, interesting. I'll put the DLC on the list. It's on the back burner. We'll see. There's so much to play. Hell of a cast. Right, I am going to dip out. I'm going to let the credits roll because it's my way of sort of showing respect for the devs in my own little head to watch the credits. So I'm going to watch them, but I'll disappear so you don't hear me wittering on. I will be back Friday, 12 PM UK time, ready for more Baldur's Gate 3. We have so much to do, so much. We've not even started. But I'll let this roll. If you want to stick around, feel free. If you don't, absolutely fine. It's just I like having these on the end of the videos. And I'm going to go get this edited before I go to bed. Thank you very much for joining. Catherine, always a pleasure to have you in. You have a great rest of the evening, and I will hopefully see you Friday. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the next one.